first one is ostensibly about graffiti. It's called Pollutant. Exalted rays of a golden hue crack through a morn of mist, murk and chemicals of hazy worth as dawn breaks and reshapes in initially orange, ultimately black brick underpass renewed with ever-changing shades of flagrant colours. Acryllic, Krylon, unfinished designs down the visitor side on the sidewalk. If they care to look, I care. Many don't. A penny floats from my thoughts as I finger an empty wallet, burning a hole in my pocket. We rarely afford to think high. Link dots made by hurried hip-hop kids with the propellants now dry deposit side. Got it. My fingerprints, friction ridges pick the spilt story from the lingered ink. Pandas chase them in a pant and race in the blue sky offers little shelter from the resident taskforce. Order elements fast forward to travel time is elementary. Blackboards are backward, they aren't meant to be black. Chalk comes in much colour. We saw only white at our schools. A dull monochrome order to be bright was to be full when I was very stupid. So very loose lip with tongue which colours grey matter, which was useless then. I've since learned to accept the colours of yin and yang. I watch silver threads dance a curlicue and an ebony head amuse over time regardless. Our gift is mortality. Does clock watching's a hideous construct more candidly? The cities upon dust that we live upon just impact concrete scars while singing fire make pies the guy's fringe. If I put an axe through your mother's axe wound, you'd be outraged, you'd outcry about my actions. Hypocrites disregard the whole and revere the fraction. Second one doesn't have a name, but I'll start it anyway. I remember when nothing was mine but the subject of rhyme. Sometimes try not to do it, but I'm playing, influenced by the finest of music for which my mind's a conduit. Aver that every verse is an anthem. Scansion reduces poetry to a decimal form, yet forgetting the letters that crawl into your decibel hall. I mean ear, if you wondered. It's a really forced way to say so. Probably ought to have said no, but the prosody seductive is reductive synecdoche. I'm essentially a pencil with a patently patient propensity or penchant to print poetry pensively, pretentiously. His pen and moleskin pad put out of his oilskin satchel when he pestered me. I throw him a sentence with some semblance of acceptance. Boasted he's published, showed me the entry, asked for my judgment. He sucked, told him I loved it, I'm not published. Told me his bag was waterproof as a tender poured vermouth into his Manhattan. Only cocktail I drink's an old-fashioned with a lemon rind laid on the side, and it wasn't even raining outside. Idiot. I don't know half the time why I seem so pensive. I see no merit in being esoteric, switch cryptic to simplistic, and a keyhole beckons deep in the ego's presence. On the other side, the clock's ticking, the unlocking click makes the keynote pleasant. Together we walk, you insist this, better we talk, but I measure the pause between your sentence and thought, or cleverest clause, and learn more about your element more. I make less of you from the vowel speeches. My name is not my name if the pronoun's a secret. Bowed beaches tower over disempowered people among ironic flowers fleeting, meeting a mild and tempting breeze. Both are swept with ease. I'm just caught up in this English weather, waiting every year to watch snow drift, extinguish embers. The sediment settlers settling at the bottom of a glass bottle that claps hollow and empty. Peremptory requests aren't that, they're behests, I can't accept none. My pops just said dumb. Too clever for your own good. Think of what you and your bro could have done. He doesn't see the growth stood before him. Used to adore him, now I'm warranted to floor him, but I don't, and that's strength. Grown up and now I'm mature, impure, enthralled to our thoughts, let thick lightning roar. Electric violent snakes forking to make the primal rage of nature tidal wave our natures. Remind us of your magnificent ambivalence. Remind us we ain't shit, we are shit. Refuge, refusing to acknowledge the price we pay as we sign away slips of our soul on the daily. Living between the paycheck that pays rent or dividends. Death implies life, but it's different. If all the hours you live in amount to cowardly minutes you play dead. Thank you.